Hi, this is Wishop, and I just did a great big juicy tarot card reading, and then I thought, ooh, should I post this? And let me explain why. And this is an angel question which I am asking for your feedback. Please let me know what you think. This tarot card reading has some cards that people don't love to see. It has some themes, at least as they presented themselves to me, that are tough themes. They do represent things that we all go through in life, and I don't believe that any human experience has to feel like a waste or like it's purely suffering. I think there are things that we learn and that we get better. And I also think that uncomfortable situations are often the most educational. And sometimes it's only in experiencing repeated discomfort that you realize what you learned. Like, oh no, I don't want to experience that again. No. Or I'm much stronger than I was, or things like that. But anyway, so I used the Ghost and Spirits Tarot with Halloween themes. We got some big old cards out there and some big old themes, and I knew that they were coming, or I sort of had a feeling they would. Anyway, I would like to know from you, in a general tarot reading, meaning you didn't send me a specific question, so I'm not dealing with your personal issues, on a one-on-one basis. How welcoming are you of information that might be tougher and thornier and, a little chewier? How do you find that useful, or do you find it depressing? Do you find it uplifting? Is it informative? Let me know your reactions to that. I've definitely had the case in one-on-one readings where I have to, or I feel I ought to convey messages that the cards are presenting that are difficult, that are tough, that may really get to sore spots within a person or difficult parts of their past. And I always feel a sense of trepidation in presenting that stuff. But more than once, I have had the person receiving it be actually relieved that it came up, because it was something they were thinking about. It was something they were aware of. So when it showed up in the cards, it wasn't necessarily an unhappy surprise. It was something that let them know that the cards were synced in to their situation, and they might have felt it as a confirmation of some thoughts that they had had themselves. And so I have found in personal readings the reception of what might be considered quote unquote bad news or difficult things to discuss has actually been very positive for the most part. So, but in a general reading, where I can't know how this stuff affects you, I can only provide many, many options of ways it might apply, and then you have to apply it in whatever ways seems fit to you or doesn't. Do you want to hear things that are tougher? Do you think it's valid? Is it a valid approach in a general reading for me to discuss issues like that? Or do you think that if I'm coming up with those kinds of issues in a general reading, that that's just me talking to me? Because definitely all the readings are for me as well as for you when they're a general. And so maybe it's just me facing my own things, and you're like, look, don't drag me into your stuff. So maybe you're like, can you just give me a little bit of a flavor of what's upcoming, and maybe the best ways, the best tips, the most uplifting ways to deal with whatever looks like it's on the horizon. So I presented these two cards because when I pulled, I just thought I'd pull the angel deck to show you something friendly after I pulled these really kind of slightly scary cards with scary stories. Anyway, so this is the one on the top, perfect timing, which was like, yes, this message that I have, which is difficult and kind of thorny, is perfect timing for somebody. And then this was what was on the bottom of the deck. Reconsider. Like, no, this is not what you should be doing. Anyway, these two angel cards appearing brought me to the question, and I thought I would just raise it with you. What do you think about receiving difficult situations or discussions of difficult situations, conflict filled ones, sad ones, things that deal with being wounded or grief stricken or heartbroken or any of those kinds of things? What do you think about those when they come up in general readings? Do you think that is a valid use of a general reading? Or do you think in a general reading, the emphasis should just always be on trying to provide actionable, positive information, and then we can save discussion of those issues for a personal reading? I am very interested to know what you think, and I know that some of you out there are tarot readers yourself, but also as a person who might watch a lot of tarot videos or have received various readings, I am very interested in your point of view. So thank you for your time, and thank you for your comments. And yeah, let me know, because I've got questions about this. I don't know if I'm going to post that video until I sort of have a better read on what you would find most interesting and useful. Okay, so that's it for now, and rock on with your bad selves.